A narcissist finds you as a unicorn but leaves you as a donkey. They spot your glow, kindness, your rare mix of strength and softness, and then they tell themselves you are the prize they want that will fix their hollowness. That is the peak of idealization. Then they get to work. They break your shine in tiny, sneaky ways, not all at once, not with a clear punch. They do it slowly, with smiles, with promises, with helpless looks, weaponized incompetence, with guilt and sweet words that turn sour the moment you stop worshipping, placating their ego. By the end, you are carrying their life on your back like a donkey while they sit and point. You look in the mirror and wonder where your light went. You are exhausted all the time, confused, yet trained to think that this is the best you can get. That is the trick. That is the pain. And today, we will break it wide open. I'm Danish, a narcissistic abuse recovery professional. Welcome to my channel. The topic for today is 5 stages of how a narcissist turns you from a unicorn to a donkey. I will show you the exact shifts that happen, so stay until the very end. Stage number 1, they put you on a pedestal and treat you like a princess. You know love bombing. At the start, they study you like a project. They mirror your values, music, wounds, your dreams. They call you perfect and tell you they have never met anyone like you. You know the future faking, right? They say fate brought you together. They call you their soulmate. They flood your phone, plan dates that feel cinematic. They stare like your magic. This is a sales pitch, not love. The pedestal is not for worship, it's for control. When you sit up there, you're careful. You work hard to keep the energy high. You feel chosen, so you silence those small doubts that may arise. They also set a standard in your mind. They teach you that love feels like fireworks and urgency and big words. Once you accept their story, you will change it later. Well, they go cold, that's the motive. Behind the show, they gather data. What hurts you, what you want most, who respects you, who you respect, who you fear, which family ties matter and which do not, whether you want children or not, whether you are generous with money, whether you are quick to forgive. Every compliment has an echo. They will use it later to guilt you. Princess treatment sets up the fall. It also builds the hook. You will compare everything to this sugar high. Stage number 2. They slowly make you do more while acting helpless, paralyzed. The next move looks innocent. Small asks, tiny favors. I left my keys. Can you call the bank for me? I am bad with forms. You are better at planning. Can you handle the dinner? I'm so stressed. Can you pick up my dry cleaning? You say yes because you are kind and because you were just treated like pressure. The trade feels fair. A small help for a lot of love, not a problem. Then it grows. You start running the house, the calendar, the social life, and their life. You become the default problem solver and the problem itself. They praise you for being strong, but they never match your effort. They show mild incompetence at key things. This is not a mistake, it's a strategy. If they pretend they cannot, you will do it. If you do it once, then it becomes yours. Notice the pattern in practical areas. Bills drift to you, groceries drift to you, school forms and doctor visits drift to you if there are children. Apologies drift to you even when they are the one who exploded. They sell you the idea that you are the only one who can keep things steady. That is how you become the engine while they relax in the passenger seat, scrolling, blaming traffic, and calling you controlling when you point out the truth. Stage number 3. They drain you emotionally and then turn you into their mother. This is when the tone changes. They get moodier. They sulk, snap, and withdraw. They start fights out of thin air and then expect you to fix their feelings. You stop being the partner and become the parent instead. You soothe their ego after they insult you. You talk them down after they blow up. You build their confidence before a meeting and you hold them like a child when they fail. You praise basic effort and tiptoe around tantrums. You keep the peace. If you are a woman, they may push you into the mother role fast. They test how much you will tolerate. If you only have children, they compete with them for your attention. If you do not have children, they still place you in that role. Your needs come last. Their hunger comes first. They want your body, time, your voice, and constant reassurance on top of that. Then they say, you are too emotional when you ask for the same care back. In this stage, your nervous system is always on. You scan for signs, you try to head off storms, you give long speeches to make them understand, you forgive because you see the wounded child inside them. You hope your love will heal them. They let you believe that because it keeps you working all the time. It keeps you mothering a grown adult who refuses to grow up. That is how you burn up. You lose the part of you that expects mutual effort. Stage 4. They use you for money, labor, and survival. The mask slips further. There is less charm. There is more need. The focus shifts to survival, their survival. You become the worker who keeps the light on. The extra shifts are yours. The freelance work is yours. Hustle is yours. If you earn more money, they enjoy the lifestyle while mocking the way you earn. If you earn less, they still take from your pocket and from your body. Then call you ungrateful when you say it is unfair. Watch the financial tricks. They borrow and do not repay. They hide spending. They use your credit cards and call it a misunderstanding. They push you to sign for the car, the lease, the loan, and the phone plan. They ask for your passwords in the name of trust, then punish you for asking for theirs. If they have a visa issue, a legal issue, a job gap, they expect you to cover it. You are now the safety net at the mule. Labor is not just money, it's domestic, social, and emotional. You plan trips and pack bags. You write birthday messages and buy gifts for their family. You call the school and the plumber. You edit their resume and wash their clothes. You carry the load while they act like management. They perform for outsiders and brag about being the leader. Inside the home, what do? They sit while you break your back. If you speak up, God forbid, they call you selfish. If you rest, they create a crisis and demand help. This stage can last for years. It trains you to believe that your worth comes from how much you can carry. This is where the donkey image becomes real. Loyal, tired, yet loaded with bags that are not yours. Hungry for a kind touch that never comes or never lasts. Number 5, they devalue you and treat you like a donkey. This is where the contempt comes in. Jokes that cut, looks that say you're boring, comparisons with exes or with random people online, triangulation with someone new to make you chase. They call you crazy when you cry. They call you cold when you stop crying. Nothing you do is ever enough. They rewrite history and say you were never supported. They tell friends and family that you are the problem. The person who once called you magical now calls you too much. The goal is to break your identity so you can accept the donkey role. You start to agree with them. Maybe I'm the problem. Maybe I am not special. Maybe I am only useful when I perform. That lie is the lost shape. Once you believe it, you will carry anything they know. You will keep the house running while they cheat, while they drink, and while they disappear, while they gossip about you, while you will keep your head down because you're tired and just want peace. That is when they either discard you or keep you as long as you serve. If you leave, they may love Bob again and promise change. If you stay, they may exploit and test how much more you can hold. Either path keeps the cycle alive unless you break it with truth. The truth is simple. You were never a donkey. You were a unicorn who took on too much weight to keep a broken person standing. You can put the weight down. You can step off the field. You can rebuild your shine. That is what I will help you do in my upcoming workshop. The topic is how to spiritually detach from a narcissist, happening on October 26th. If you want to book your spot at an early bird price, right now is the chance. Link is in the description. I will talk to you in the next one. Until then, as always, let the healing begin and continue.